Good morning. So here we are in Valdez. Jorge picked us up in his pickup truck and we're gonna do a little tour around Valdez to see the sights. Right now we stopped at a place called Mineral Creek, and as you can see, it's a nice little creek that comes down from the mountain. So you can see all the trees that were brought down with the river and the snow earlier in the winter. This is what it looks like. Beautiful day. You can just hear the creek, the stream of the water. We're gonna have a little stroll here and then carry on and see what Jorge has to show us. Valdez is absolutely beautiful. Any time of day, just look. Stunning. Let's go. So now we're further up the creek. We took the car, we went around, and this is what it looked like. We were somewhere down there and we drove. We came across this bridge, and starting there, there's a little trail that goes up the mountain. Just so lovely and picturesque here. Lots of trails to do, lots of things to see in Valdez. Mariana decided to go off on her own up a little trail. I have to go follow her, see what she's up to. We saw 2 bears yesterday, black bears. Fine, they were not too close to the road, but we saw them, they're in town. They come down these hills and they feed at the bottom where the water is and the grass is greener. But still, you know, us city folks don't know how to handle ourselves in the wild. And it's wild out here. We saw fox as well. And the ravens are ginormous. We saw one, it's like the size of a huge, not of a huge dog, but of a huge cat. Like, they're big and fat. And they're very smart as well. Can you see that? So if you see Mariana coming running down the mountain, it'll be too late for me. There she is. So this time of the year, most of the snow is melted in town. You can see here is a bit slushy, but that's fine. Absolutely stunning. I can't think of anything better to do to start your day than walking in Valdez. I mean, just look at that. So here's something we haven't both done for a very long time. Walk in snow. You hear that? Crunchy snow.
Really nice. We can do that tomorrow again.
Every day.
Every day we're gonna do that. I love it. Can we move here? Really?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So finally made it. It's been a long trip. Long trip. Finally made it to Seed Media. Let's go in and check it out.
Ahora en español. Bienvenido. Welcome, Johnny. So we are really happy to have Johnny and Mariana today with us. Here is Mariana. And it's a blessing. Johnny's been instrumental and a blessing for Seed Media. And we're going to give him a mini tour of the installation. So
let's go.
Let's go. So we have here your waiting room. And in fact, right here, Thomas is in the tip of the mountain. Levi took this photo. Yeah. An infinity wall.
Oh, it's like an illusion.
Yes.
It's straight.
Yeah.
I thought it was a straight wall. So you have all the QNAP NASAs.
Uh-huh. It's my office. Right here we have the main quarters for editors. Rough editing system. This is going to be your table, ready with your chairs. Okay. So this is the room.
This is the room where all the meetings happen.
Yes. And there is some history right here. This is our second camera that we start with, Scene Media, Seed Films. So we went from Data Life Films to Seed Media, but also we consider Seed Films. Thanks, God.
So that was the Phu Kong Asian restaurant in Valdez. Excellent, I have to say. We had the red spicy chicken, which was the lunch meal of the day. Excellent. Came with some sushi rolls, soup, excellent hot spicy soup. Gotta try it. Fried rice, the chicken was excellent, service was great, good vibe, can't go wrong. Come to the Phu Kong Asian restaurant in Valdez. So here we are on the edge of Valdez, just opposite where the Alaska pipeline terminates across the bay. And here on this beautiful day, you could see there's a group of kayakers heading out from the port. I don't know how I'd feel about kayaking, knowing that there are huge whales under me. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I've seen the videos on TikTok. Ouch. But otherwise, just hanging out here is just spectacular.
So yeah, I'm really impressed with Valdez. It's a really nice place. It's amazing. I can't have enough of the mountains left and right. People are around, and yeah, it's beautiful.
Definitely beautiful.
Yeah.
And we caught it at a really great time, end of May, early April. Gonna be really nice weather. Oh, and here's a boat coming in.
Yeah,
I think it's the Coast Guard or...
I think no, fishing boat.
No, fishing vessel just
Yeah.
coming in. We have just been to the supermarket, Safeway here in Valdez. And wow, the prices. Yeah. They're high. So that's one bag of goodies. It was like $45. But okay, it's Alaska. They gotta import it. They gotta ship it. Someone's gotta have to bring it all the way up here. But today we are at Thomas's problem. He's gonna show us around. And the first stop is his house, where he's gonna show us the RV we might be staying in, which is this. So let's have a tour of the RV, Thomas.
Mikasa Sukasa. Come on in. It smells a little bit like you're camping, because that's the way an Alaskan RV smells and feels and looks.
Good. Oh my! It's my first time when I going on. Oh, see what shower. That's so cool. So when you travel, you get this one and you go on.
Yeah, his family and the fridge, everything works, heat works, and toilets all work. And I could show you, could go put it by the river over there, and you could wake up to the river and the little walk to the ocean if you want to do that. Which that sounds kind of cool, huh? So it'd be kind of like you're camping, but you're still close. You can walk. I mean,
We can't wait for a bear.
you have to turn the generator on for, you know, the electricity and stuff. But other than that, it's light out, so you don't have to always run the generator. Yeah, so everything, you know, like you got to turn on the pumps and stuff to make things work. Come down and
You
have
spoiled us because we have your parents' place, and that's excellent.
I know. Well, you got options. You
But then again, we have you here, and
you can have a camp experience if you want. This is what I want to take you. I was going to suggest we can go up today and just go for a little tour. Nothing big, nothing like I showed you in my video. But yeah, so these are chariots to get you to the top of a mountain. On the back here, you take your generator up and you can charge all your batteries and
That's
get it all going, and put your snowboards in here so you can go skiing and snowboarding up in the mountain. And yeah.
okay. Concepts that are entirely alien to me. I can tell you that.
Skiing and snowboarding.
Skiing and snowboarding.
We can go inside later.
Or snow skis. Side by side over there. So he has plans to take us on that at some point. Don't know how I feel riding these things. They're beasts. I mean, it's a different world. Don't think I'm insured to ride one of these. Have to check. They go fast. Cool. So we have an option of having an RV, taking it, parking it wherever we want, spending a few days in there, or staying where we're currently at and having to shower in the church every day. Let's keep going. So you saw the RV earlier, which Thomas offered to give us for the days we were here in Valdez. One option was to come down to Mineral Creek here, where we were yesterday, and park the RV just here and live in it. It's a bit rough for us. I think we prefer the comforts of a traditional house. It's beautiful here. Tempted to do it for a few days. It will be nice to wake up and get to see this view every day. We could even light a fire and sit by it at night. Let's keep going to the other side of Valdez. Let's go. You can see there's a barge over there. Probably an old one, is it? Can't tell. But that's definitely a cruise ship. So the Holland America line is here today. And what they do is they park outside and they do a back and forth with a smaller boat. And once they get the docks ready for summer, they should be able to dock here. It's a nice beautiful day, a bit crisp. Apparently you could jump off the docks here, like we do in Limassol, at the pier. And you can come back up again on these ladders. I'd be so afraid to jump. We've got some kayakers over there, if you can see. How do you kayak knowing there's a whale under you? Eee! And it must be really deep as well. But these are the docks. Saturday morning in Valdez. So we were driving and I spotted the seagull's nest up in the tree. You can see it right there. And there's the eagle. Minding his own business, not even flying away. How cool is that? Eagle's nest.
That's so nice.
Eagle. So there's a salmon hatchery right over here. I'll show you now. Right there. And I don't know, do they breed? They breed salmon. And they release them into the wild at some point. And this is just to increase the amount of fish in the ocean and encourage fishing. Keep the industry alive. There's so much fishing going on that the only way to keep the industry alive is to breed fish and release them into the wild. I didn't expect that. I would have thought nature would take care of itself. But that's what overfishing has led to. You could see all the seagulls there. Beautiful. So Seed Media built and designed this entire interactive signage here. So that's what they do, as well as all the content, all the videos. Awesome, high quality production. We're over here at the moment.
End of June to July, we start getting fish that come back to the hatchery. They naturally want to come back to this place. They're imprinted to come back to this location to spawn. And so they'll come all the way back in here. They'll spawn up in this river here, coming out of that area, and then they'll come up this thing right here, which is called a fish ladder. And they'll basically work their way all the way back into the hatchery, where they'll take the eggs from the fish, and then they will incubate the eggs in these big trays. And so they'll put the eggs and they'll help protect them and help grow them. I mean, they just put them in an area where they can do a lot more in a small area. And so then they'll get them up to a big size called a fry. Goes through a few different stages, but then the fry will be put in net pens and then they release them to the ocean. Wow. So it's like ranching. It's not farming, it's ranching. So they don't keep them in one place.
No.
They'll
Fascinating. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Never heard of that before. That's amazing.
And then so the industry is commercial fishing. They'll use these big fishing boats and they'll come and pick up all the fish, and then they sell it to, canneries, and they sell it to the world basically. So
is this a publicly funded service?
It's like a co-op, it's a non-profit.
Okay. Fish ranching in Valdez. Who knew you could ranch fish? But they do at the Salmon Gulch Hatchery, right across from the Bay of Valdez.
So these are the type of fish. So pink salmon, these come in June, and these come later, like in September. These are silver salmon, or they call them coho, which is a bigger fish. They're both beautiful fish.
And there you have Thomas catching a big salmon. This is a life cycle here, which Thomas just explained about. And what's fascinating is that when they release all the small salmon into the ocean, the whales are there ready to have breakfast, and they just come up and go. That's a nice sight to behold. I would like to film that. Just like me for lunch later. So that was the Gulch Hatchery. Learn something new every day. Had no idea they would ranch fish. But there you go. It's smart in a way. It propagates the local stock, and the fish eventually come back to lay their eggs. It's a cycle. It's a cruise ship where we were earlier. And this is Mariana doing her thing.
Yep, I'm doing my thing. Look at this beautiful view. Isn't it amazing? This place over there, full of trees. Isn't it nice?
So this is Horsetail Falls. Just stopped the car by the side of the road. Find this ginormous waterfall. So this will go under the road. And let's see if I can see where it comes out from. There we go. So the waterfall comes down from there and gets fed into this little river here. Comes out from there. And this makes its way down to the ocean. Look. Wow. There's still some snow on the mountaintops. That will eventually melt in the next few weeks as it warms up. And all these hills around here, they'll all turn green. Vibrant green. So there you have it, Horsetail's Waterfall. That's outside Valdez. Look, she's great.
It's beautiful. Oh my god.
This is a railroad tunnel of 1906. I'm reading this off the billboard here. And it's a tunnel that's hand dug, I was going to say hand cut, into the mountain, into solid rock. And it's going to form part of a railroad. But all the companies here fought over it. And they eventually had to end the work. But it's a really nice tunnel. Imagine having to cut this into the rock. Check it out. Wow. So it goes to the other side, but that's about it. It's unfinished. No railroad, no rail tracks.
No, it never happened. There's a couple different railroad companies, and they got into a big gunfight here, and never got built. You're doing good. That was the hardest part. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's brave. Like a penguin. That way you don't fall in the ice because you gotta.
Oh, that's slippery.
You gotta move like a penguin.
So Thomas is behind us taking a photo of us. The silhouette against the sky. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Hopefully it looks good. Well, that was fun. We walked through the cave, slid on some ice, climbed up and climbed down. That was exciting. Really cold at the moment. It's really cold. Valdez was warm compared to this. So this is what it looks like for a final shot. It's a lot of fun. If you're in town, stop by and walk through there. But you gotta go through to the other side. That's what makes it fun. Back on the road. Let's keep going. So what this is basically floating glaciers. They look small, but you can actually go in them, and they're like caves inside. They're hollow. Some of them are. I saw some nice pictures. But we're not going that close at the moment. I just realized earlier that we're actually in Alaska, and the boneyard is up here. Well, actually it's in the north of Fairbanks, I think, somewhere, where they found all the mammoths and extinct animal bones. Found some fascinating things up there. It was a Joe Rogan show explaining everything he found. So if you ever go on YouTube and Google the Alaskan boneyard. Well, I'd love to have seen that. So Mariana is in the bushes. What are you doing in the bushes, babe?
Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that.
So beautiful, so amazing. It's cold!
But it's nice. It's really nice.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at that. So nice.
All the way from Cyprus. Leaving my footprints by an Alaskan glacier right now. Stunning. We're gonna go see another glacier next Saturday, north of Anchorage. Dan and Denise are gonna take us there. That's gonna be something else. Lovely couple that we met earlier. They took us to Whittier 2 days ago. I'm gonna go see them again next week. For now, that's it from the tour. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Hopefully some grilled fish. Did a drive around, and the problem is that the cruise ship is here, which means about 2,000 or 3,000 people are wandering the streets of Valdez looking for something to eat. We stopped at the Fat Mermaid, but We couldn't find anywhere to eat there. It was a 30-minute wait. So we came here to Valdez Brewing and the Poor Betty food truck, which is just down the road from where we are staying. And this is the daily special, and I think I'll have the halibut basket. Thank you.
To Hawaii.
From Mexico to North Carolina to Idaho to Las Vegas.
Oh wow! Just started this trip. Oh, just a tour. How fun!
This is what the halibut basket looks like. The halibut is delicious. Very fluffy and not oily at all. That was Poor Betty and the Valdez Brewing Company. The beer was delicious. The halibut basket, absolutely delicious. Not as oily as I thought. I was worried about it, but still, seed oils. Absolutely delicious. The buffalo chicken was a bit too spicy for me, but Mariana had both portions. All in all, really nice place. I'd recommend the brewery. You could come and check out all the different flavors they have. And now, we're off to have a nap, possibly get a decaf and some sweets. We just spent the day touring Valdez with Thomas and his little daughter, and we just had lunch with his wife as well, Sarah. And there they go.